right, guys, thanks for joining me today, July 14th, to talk about some of the great news, and I'm gonna admit it right now, monstrous haul, record-breaking deals that I found this week at Ollies and maybe a couple of other stores. Let's get down to the toys. I want to talk about all the cool stuff that's going on with San Diego Comic-Con, all the deals that are out there, monstrous deals. Let's get into it. Let's talk about some funny stuff that cracked me up. Again, we do this show to kind of get away from some of the insanity in the world. Sometimes you can't help, but some of it seeps in. But you try to work through it, and let's put a smile on our faces for today, right? Let's go ahead and be happy about what's about this hobby. Let's be happy about this hobby. Let's concentrate on that. So, guys, without further ado, let's just get started on some of the news and stuff because we got to get into that monstrous haul and monstrous deals. A little house cleaning item. We will be doing a monthly giveaway now. July's a few days away. I still haven't figured out what to give away, but we will be doing that. And I'm going to start charging everybody on a Patreon, and I'm going to start charging everybody for memberships, and I'm going to start charging everybody. Just so you know, I don't charge anything for any of the stuff that I do. Everything that I do is out here for your consumption for free. So I'm not in it for the money. I'm not in it for the fame. I'm in it because it's a joy to do and it's a hobby. So anybody watching or anybody, commenting negative vibes down there in the comment section, I'm not beholden to you. I'm not beholden to your opinion. As I've always said, I do this for the love of the hobby, the joy of the hobby, and to spread and grow this community. I'm not beholden to anybody. I'm not beholden to any group or any company. And I never will be. I just tout when companies do a good thing. I'm not going to charge you for memberships. I'm not going to do any of that madness because I want to be as impartial as possible. And I want to fight for the user. I want to fight for us. That's why I bring you some of these things that bring some heartburn to me, and we talk about them, right, in a civil, logical way. So, anyways, guys, let's get to some of this. Now, this is the first thing that kind of cracked me up when I saw it. This is so funny to me. I love it, and I know companies hate this. I know companies hate this when you see through their shenanigans. So, and I hate to say this, but because I really do like McFarlane, but he's gotten his butt whipped twice, maybe 3 times with these freaking statues. So now he's at it again with these statues, but he's not calling them statues because he thinks so. The ultimate thing for an artist is for an artist to bring you a work of art already finished and for you to love it. That's the ultimate thing. The artist meant for you to have this, and none of your input matters. This is an artist's interpretation of what it is. And I believe that McFarlane, at the very heart and soul of what he is an artist. And he despises it when we want to put our own spin on a figure that he created or a figure that he thinks is already done correctly. That he does the posing, you enjoy it and look at it. So he's done some of this posing and some of these figures over here. He's done some of these action figures. These are not figures. These are statues. These are tiny 1/10 scale statues. I think they're $29. I don't know. But I think he believes if we can fool them by calling them figures and not statues, this is the funnier part. He calls them posed figures. Who are you fooling? Who are you trying to... Man, that marketing campaign is an overdrive. But now these are statues. Now, if you dig, I have a couple of statues because I couldn't find action figures for them. Actually, I do. I just recently purchased two statues. I did purchase 2 statues because I don't have any figures for them as of late. It was an Inspector Gadget because it was super cheap. I mean, if you find a nice statue that's super cheap, pick it up. I picked it up at Ross for like 10 bucks. I mean, that's simple. That's no brainer. And then and then I got, you guys saw it on the video, I picked up Mrs. Minutes I know I broke my cardinal rule. I feel dirty. I bought a Miss Minutes, a Funko Pop Miss Minutes, because she looked to scale. It didn't look like a pop. It looked like a Miss Minutes done to scale. It was already popified. You can't get any more, poppy than what she already currently was. So anyways, I picked her up. I'm going to put her on a shelf somewhere. I think she's great. Anyways, all that to say is if I find a deal on a statue, I'm going to pick it up. But that's not my main line, and that's not what that's not what action figure collectors like. And that's where the money is, the action figure guys, right? So because the statue market, from what I hear, the statue market is right now, it's tanking hard. The Diablo line seems to be, you know what, I'm going to get off this subject real quick. The Diablo stuff that he's put out is sitting on the pegs, just warming shelves. I knew it was going to do that. And anything else that he does in posable figures, statues, it doesn't work. How many times do you need to throw away your money? Anyways, let's just move on. I mean, if he wants to, it's his money. If he wants to throw it away, whatever. Now, what we did find out there that was of huge news was I found a tiger paw out there. And then I was horribly disappointed because it was street dated. You might find a warbird out there. You might find some of the other Joes out there, the newer Joes, but they're all street dated until July 21st. So, don't get upset with the employees. They might have made an innocent mistake. As I talked about in my video yesterday, I squarely put this blame on the moronic logic of the executives. That's it. A lot of people commented in there, and from my point of view, I do not. I think the employees there are innocent, and I think they're just doing a job, and some of them are doing it for minimal pay. So, and they're trying to provide the best service that they can. And I think this silliness puts them in a bad spot. It puts them in a bad spot. So, now you have to do an altercation with the customer. The customer doesn't like it. All this other, you created a confrontation. So to me, if it's on the floor, you should probably sell it if it's safe to do so, So, and by safe, I mean, I don't know what I mean by safe, but if it's on the floor, just avoid the confrontation and just sell the thing. It's, not everybody is as easygoing as most of us are. And some people might not take too kindly to it. So anyways, let's keep going. Let's keep going through that. The other thing that we want to talk about G.I. Joe related is that Naugahyde, Torch, Doc, Night Creeper, and Jinx are shipping from Amazon, Hasbro, and GameStop. I've already got Naugahyde. I've already got Torch. I've already got Night Creeper. I don't think you guys saw me pick that up. But you did see me find it at a GameStop. And to my shock, here's the thing about being nice to employees. The lady, if you remember my video a couple of days ago, my toy hunt a couple of days ago, when I found it, she was like, "Oh, I'm really scared. I don't know if I can sell it to you. I don't want to lose my job." And I said, "You know what? Don't worry about it. I'm not, this is not worth anybody's job or anybody getting sick and worried about this stuff. Keep the toys. I'll come back." And then she suggested, "I can't hold them for you. I'll put them under the thing here and under the cabinet here, and I can put them here for you." And I was like, if that works, that's great. And I appreciate it very much. And I left. Well, guess what? I came back because it's part of my, roundup anyways on the weekend. I came back that next, on the 13th, and they were there. The lady said, "Oh, I remember you." She was so excited to see me. And she, nearly ran up to me with the figures. Trying to give them to me. Anyways, I got a huge discount on them. All that to say is be nice to the employees. It pays in dividends. It pays huge. So be nice to people. Anyways, they're shipping out there. GameStop's got some specials on them. Hasbro's just charging the heck out of my credit cards, and Amazon's throwing them out. The only one that I don't have is Doc right now. Doc I should be getting by the end of next week. So I'm excited for that. All right, moving on. What we're also seeing at the stores, I think the ATV is a Hasbro exclusive, so that one's already been shipping out for a while now. But I have been seeing the Snow Serpent Retro. I've been seeing the Eel Retro and Beachhead Retro at GameStops. That people have been, I haven't found them at GameStop, but I have been seeing people post about finding them at their local GameStops. So, you know, just keep an eye out for that. If you're looking to see them, looking out for them, so you might find them there. Now, the Rattler, it is almost, but it is nearly a done deal. Everybody is for sure that this is happening. We are getting a Rattler, and I'll be 100%, to tell you the truth, I had a Rattler as a kid. I have the vintage Rattler that they put out at Target a while back. I want to say over a decade ago. I still have it in box, unopened, sealed. But I had the Rattler as a kid. I got it as a Christmas present, I think. In addition to that, it's all but a done deal that we're going to get this at San Diego Comic-Con Haslab exclusive for the G.I. Joe Classified. I love it. I love if we're getting a Rattler. I don't know what the price is going to be. It's probably insanity. And I hope not, though. I hope Hasbro learns its lesson and kind of dials back on the greedometer. But, you know, publicly traded companies, it's tough to do. It's tough to do. So I hope they, I hope they learn and they dial it back a bit. But if it's the Rattler with Wild Weasel and some tears to unlock, I love it. I'm backing it. So anyways, some people out there have been seeing Warbird pop up. Here's a picture of her. I think we already talked about it. She's popping up over at Target. She's register locked. So take a picture of her and then put her back because you're not going to get to buy it. What else? Oh yeah. So McFarlane, this is so crazy. These freaking figures. I don't know what. We covered the top layer of these figures in the previous week's video. Shortly thereafter, he released the older version of like these figures. Ragman, Red Hood, and the Watchman. I don't know who this guy is. The Clock King, I think is what he's called. I have no intention of. I might get the modern version of Ragman and there's only a color difference in the two Red Hoods, so I don't care which one of those two Red Hoods I get. It's like the first appearance of Red Hood. So I'm not super excited about these, but they're out there. Here's a quick shot of the Clock King, kind of neat. Here's a shot of the new Ragman action figure that McFarlane's putting out there. They're all up for pre-order. $29.99 at McFarlane's website. Go get it if you can. Go get it if you want. I'm not. But hey, not everybody, I suspect these might not sell out. And I suspect these are going to be at the Christmas sale-a-thon. So anyways, but if you love them, like I said, if there's just something that brings some nostalgia to you, don't let me or any other YouTube personality tell you what to buy. You go make yourself happy and go get you some. All right. Loyal subjects. The San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. You have, these are the figures that they will be selling at Comic-Con. You have the, I believe this is Metalhead and Donatello glow-in-the-dark version. I'm not picking these up at all because I'm highly dissatisfied with the few that I have picked up, and they're chintzy. And I do mean the word chintzy in every aspect. They're chintzy articulation and chintzy quality. They're not very good. They're not very good. It broke my heart when I saw them and played with them to review them, and I didn't even bother with it because they're a mess. They're an absolute doggone mess. Maybe some of the accessories are worth a darn, but it's just I'm highly disappointed by it. Here's the Elite Foot, or Foot Elite. I mean, if you're a collector of them, then there you go. And then here's Jenica, also available on the Loyal Subjects at San Diego Comic-Con. Real quick, do you guys remember the 4-pack of the Eastman and Laird Turtles that came out, I think this year, sometime earlier this year. That was a Target exclusive. Well, now they're selling them individually. They'll be popping up at stores everywhere. So instead of a 4-pack, now you get them you can buy them individually. So there's that. More turtle news. Turtle heavy. The new Ronin figures are available now from pre-order from NECA. So here's, I don't know if I'm getting any more of these. I don't know if I like these particular turtles at this point. I mean, so, you know, you have your Sinja and black and white Sinjas. I already have these. Then you also have, you know, single packed Sinja or Patrol Bot. I already have that one. Now this is the only one that's different, is the accessory kit for the last Ronin. Here's the thing. That light pole might be something, but I don't know how much, you know, knowing NECA, they're going to charge you about $50 for this. And I've already taught you how to make a light pole. So if you want to go make a light pole, go searching back through my videos and you can make a light pole way better than this light pole, because this light pole is probably just plastic. And the one that I made has electricity in it, so you can light it up actually. So I don't know, maybe I'll put a link up here somewhere. I don't know. Yeah, but if I don't, go look back through my videos and you can find it. But anyways, I don't know if a light pole is worth $50. I got mine for less than 10, actually less than 7. So that's the only thing that I see out of here that would be super cool to have. So, all right, moving on from that, we have the SDC exclusive Playmates sketch turtles. Okay. These are not for me. I'm not excited by them. All right, moving on from that. McFarlane has put out it's live. You can go get these at McFarlane's store. Warhammer is a soft spot in my heart. I really liked it. I played it while I was in the service. A bunch of nerd soldiers out there playing this stuff. The fact is, there's a lot of hurry up and wait in the military, right? You know, so you know, 0.01% sheer terror and insanity, and then 99.9% boredom. Oh, boredom and labor. I mean, you know, because everything's hurry up and wait. You know, just ask a fellow service member, you know, or why don't you go mop up the rain, or why don't you go paint those rocks? Something tedious and insane like that. So don't worry, they always have us doing something. Or running. I mean, there's always running and exercising. They always have you doing that. But anyways, let's get off the topic. Get back on topic here. Eliminator, Space Marine and Kasurkan Soldier, $30 each. I guess they've gone up in price. I can pay that for the Space Marine because of the soft goods. I want to have a horrible time paying it for this Kasurkan. And I really don't see the need for the proofs here. I think he's going for the plastic bits that they have, you know. So when you get at the core, Warhammer is unpainted little plastic miniatures, and so I guess he's trying to encourage that creativity in us by offering these artist proofs. I don't know. So here's the Eliminator Space Marine. It looks really great. He's got that sniper weapon, almost looks like a scout, which is very nice. And then the Kasurkan almost looks like a Cadian soldier. Anyways, it's, you know, I think it's a Special Forces Cadian soldier. I think. It's been a while since I played Warhammer, so I've forgotten some of these things. But I really dig the look that he has here. He's got that plasma weapon. I thought they couldn't fire those because those are only Space Marine weapons, but I might be wrong. And finally, because, you know, the news is kind of short this week, it's not a lot. I've been rambling on for 20 minutes, maybe, gosh. All right, anyways, moving on. Revoltech Deathstroke. I'm not a big fan of Revoltech because the joints look weird, but sometimes Revoltech looks amazing. Especially, did you guys see that Venom? That Venom looks amazing. Agent Venom from Revoltech looked great, but the joints are out of this world bananas. And I don't want to work that hard on a joint. You know, I know it can do really crazy, weird, cool things, but I just don't want to work that hard on a joint. I just want the figure to pose. This is what I learned a long time ago. Any idiot can make these things complicated. it takes a genius to simplify all that complicated. So remember that. Simple sells better if you're able to uncomplicate stuff and give them the same product a lot less complicated. Anyways, moving on. I hope you know what I meant. But here's a full picture of the Revoltech Deathstroke. I think it looks great, but you know, these joints scare me, and I don't want to snap any of them either, because my big old meat hooks might get in there and start snapping stuff. All right, you know what? It's time to get to the monstrous haul of this week, because it's monstrous deals. And remember, a lot of this stuff I either trade for or I swap out some of this stuff for it. So anyways, guys, let's take a look. Let's take a look at it. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Number one, let's start off with the happy deals that we got. I actually got these for 30 bucks. Boom. And this was the lady that helped me out over at GameStop, and then I didn't endanger her job over. So I got me a Snow Serpent, and I got me a Night Creeper. 30 bucks, y'all. That's insane for the price of this. I got this one too. So be nice to the employees out there. You might end up well compensated for it. So, all right, moving on. That's a deal right there. And then I picked up two of these, but I'm only going to show you one. And I really didn't want the other figure that's in this, because I think she's so poorly articulated, and it's just there's so many problems with it. I would have loved to use the head sculpt. Here, I'm gonna just show you. So I would have loved to use her head sculpt for something else, but no, it's a single joint here. She's got this stuff, but she doesn't have a cut here. They just did her wrong. If she was well articulated, I you know, at that point I could, you know, I really would like that figure, but just so many faults. Just sad. Anyways, I didn't want to pay this much for him by himself, and it was still a deal. It's only 20 bucks at Ollies, but I got two of them because I wanted to do two Doom bots to flank Dr. Doom, my Dr. Doom. So I picked up a couple of these. You know, initially I think these were 50 bucks at Target. Boom, got it. 20 bucks, super cheap. The other thing I got, and this is a steal, Russ, one of these is coming to you today. I got a Metriacanthosaurus. I think that's how you say it. Anyways, Hammond collection all day long. Love the price. These usually go for about 35, 40 bucks. That's a ton of, it's saving tons of money here. So pick that up. I got a couple of Bucky caps right there. 10 bucks at Ollies. So there's that, saving money. Let's continue. I got a Electra Daredevil and another Rose figure. I want to do some more customs with this suited body. I don't know. It's a tall order to put this on Destro, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And for 10 bucks, I mean, usually these goes for $24, $30. You know, for 10 bucks, I mean, and then 10 bucks, you know, it's so funny when you end up finding these. I try to not feel so bad about it now, because what if it doesn't show up at Ollies, right? So everybody playing Ollie's chicken or Ross chicken, you better not be complaining when it doesn't get there. So if, you know, I'll always pay full price for one, maybe two if I really like it. But I'll always, you know, be on the lookout for a deal at Ollies and Ross. But there is never, ever, like I said, there's never a guarantee that it's going to show up there, unless I say so on my videos. I could tell. Anyways, I picked up a couple of chasms because I dig the design of this figure. And if you hadn't noticed, it's literally just paint. This figure can be repainted repurposed into anything you want. It's almost just a blank buck. So you could actually do a lot with this one. So I picked up a couple and it's well articulated. So there's that. I'll be getting a couple more of these from Mr. Russ today. Killmongers. I was looking for these. These are going to make excellent troop builders. The head sculpt is fantastic. The outfit is fantastic. You know, all he has is a spear in this one, but hey, man, I've got tons of weapons easily remedied. So, loving this figure. All right, what else do we got? Yes, I found these. This is the thorn in my side all week. This is it. This is what drove me bananas. I found both of these and I left the Frankenberry. Ah! $10 over at Ross. Why didn't I look down? Why didn't I look down? Anyways, I'm sure I'll be able to find the Frankenberry somewhere or trade it for something somewhere down the line, or maybe, I don't know. We'll figure it out. And here's the other thing. I'm not super worried or concerned about it also, because I have a sneaky suspicion that we'll be seeing a second, third, maybe fourth wave of these things in about October. That's when everything starts slamming Ross and all these other liquidation stores. We're going to have there's going to be another hot item that we're out there chasing during those weeks. Watch and see. It's probably going to be the Strife Pack again, or, and I'm already putting this out there, could there be some more Viper sets? Oh my gosh. I remember running around trying to find those things. That was insanity. What I also picked up was Lugosi, a Lugosi Dracula, $12. It's got a ton of little cool accessories. I don't know if you guys seen it online, but you know, Lugosi, classic Dracula, classic. Had to get him $10. And Russ has got one of these waiting for me as well. So, boom. I want to build an army of, I only found one at my, Ollies. So for $20, 2 great figures, pick them up all day. And though I think this one was closer to $60, wasn't it? Or was it $45.50? I think this was a little bit more pricey, just because, you know, the massive plastic involved in these two. I think this was closer to 60 or 70. So for $20, oh, I'm taking that all day. That's a huge discount. Oh, and it was the last one. I'll show you why. It's all complete, but I'll show you why it was the last one, and the collector, whoever came by, didn't take it. Look, Ollies loves tearing up packages. They love it. Since that was going to be open, don't care that much. So not a big deal. The other huge deal that I found, big deal. You know, it was funny too. I'm gonna tell you a quick story. There was a family, a father and son, in the Star Wars aisle yesterday, and the kid picked up this particular toy that I'm going to show you in a second, and the dad goes, "Okay, that's $60. That's going to be, you know, all of your birthday money." And the kid's like, "Yeah, I've been wanting one of these all day." And I thought to myself, well, should I intervene here? Should I say something? And I think if I was the father, I would have wanted someone to say something to me. And so, I mean, you gotta really read the situation here, because, you know, just be careful if you do this, because you have to read the situation very well. When the kid got it, the expression on the dad was kind of like, "Dang, you're gonna spend all your money on one thing." I probably would have spaced it out. But the kid's eyes were lit, you know, just with joy when he saw it. And so I come up to the dad and I said, "Hey, I saw this at, you know, this other Walmart." I gave him the location, and it was only $22. So, you know, if you go, you know, 10 minutes down the street, you might be able to get a better deal, and he won't spend all his money. And this time, the dad's eyes lit up, and he was very excited and happy to tell the little kid. The little kid was a little bit like, "No, I want this one now." And the dad was like, "You could have that and way more." Anyways, I let them sort out the situation after that and walked away. But I could tell that, you know, hopefully what happened is the kid went down, because there was 2 more of these when I left, and I had only left about 20-30 minutes ago. So their chances of finding it still there were really good. And so, you know, hopefully I left them with the opportunity to get even more Star Wars toys that the little kid wanted. And that is, without further delay, this monstrosity. I knocked down Ben Riley over there. Anyways, this monstrosity was only 22 bucks at Walmart this week. Last week now, because it's now a new week. So 22 bucks for this monstrosity? Lights, sounds, all kinds of banana stuff. This thing usually goes for 70 bucks online. For 22, I'm picking that up all day. And finally, the deal that made me feel dirty. The deal that broke one of my tenant ensconced rules. Here it is. Here it is, folks. Here it is. I picked up a pop. Miss Minutes. Yes, I picked her up. And that was because, I mean, it's literally life size. It's the size, and I really like the Loki series. I thought the Loki series was very well done. I mean, this thing stands about a little bigger than, a foot, maybe. It's huge. Look, it's like, I can't even almost get it on. It's huge. Anyways. And I got it. Usually these are like 50 bucks, maybe 45, and I got it for 13 bucks. I mean, whoa, sorry about that, guys. I hit the camera. I mean, why not? I mean, at that point, they're just almost giving the thing away. All right, those are all the deals. Now, we're gonna get down to none of the deals. This is the stuff that was not a deal. And that is, number one, another one of my favorite dino collections, the Hammond collection. And you guys, if you guys saw this earlier this week, I had passed up on one earlier, and then I didn't see it again for another month. Gigantosaurus, but it's actually Giganotosaurus. So this guy looks fantastic. I had to pick it up when I saw it, so he came home with me, and I'm happy about it. So again, collect what you like. My collecting is all over the place sometimes, but I focus on G.I. Joe. I try. What else did we get? Well, this is what we got. Let me grab it real quick. It takes a minute here. Oh man, so many of the things. We got our Jinx through the mail from Hasbro Pulse. So that was cool. So we got two of these, one to rock, one to stock. What else did we get? We got our Wolverines. Now I thought I had another one of these. I guess I didn't. So I got this Wolverine. I wanted to pick this one up and see if I could find one over at Target, see if they have one, but I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna have one or not. But I saw it and I was like, hey, I gotta have this Wolverine. Gotta have it. He's my favorite character of all the superheroes. You guys are gonna laugh. But of all the superheroes, the one superhero that I love, followed, it's wacky to say, and it's almost like, well, join the bandwagon. But I've always loved Wolverine. That's why I have his first appearance and his first issue. I have Wolverine's first appearance, his first issue, his first 3 miniseries or whatever, the full series. And anyways, I have the whole thing. I read him as a kid, so I have him. And I have also picked up another one of these, but this one I picked up for fodder. So anyways, I picked those two up. I try to give you reasons as to why I pick up things so that you can understand what they mean to me. And maybe sometimes you'll glean some insight into why the figure is important. I don't know, maybe not. And I also got another torch. So he's gonna go up for some custom fodder. So I've got a couple of torches now. Oh, here he is. I knew I had another one of these. I thought so. Here it is. One to rock, one to stock. And, all right, nobody get upset about this, but I found another cable and I had to get it. Nobody get upset about it. Nobody get upset. I just really like the way that cable looks, and I just really like it. I don't think I've passed one up yet since I've seen it. I just really like the way this cable looks. And I think I might be able to do some G.I. Joe customizations. This is the problem with customizers. Sometimes our eyeballs have way more bandwidth than we actually have time. So that, yeah. ooh, I could do this. Ooh, I could try to do this. Ooh, who else has that problem? Let me know in the comments below, because I have all kinds of crazy thoughts in my head about what I'm going to do with an action figure. And then, you know, I might get to it a year later, and that's sad, you know, but the great part is sometimes it reignites. I see somebody do something else with it, and whoa, then I want to go do that. So, or it spawns another idea and I go do that. So what I also found this weekend was, or this week, Hordak. There you go, the Masterverse line. There was, the whole rest of it was there, but I really just wanted Hordak. That's it. I haven't seen the series because Kevin Smith really ticked me off on that other, boy, did he tick me off. Just not, I used to be a big fan of him, but boy, he really rubbed me the wrong way when the series is called He-Man, you buffoon. So let's kill He-Man. What a dip switch. All right. What else did we get? Well, we found Figure Fever, his chase figure with the Darth Vader chase, but in that same pickup, I got me a Mace Windu Jedi Starfighter. I mean, he's got purple, so I had to have the purple vehicle there. And now we get into the real pricey ones, because I really wanted these. And actually, hold on one second. Okay, so two of these figures that I'm about to show you are controversial, but always, and they're controversial in the collecting community because some of them are, I don't know, some of them are gaining some heat over some of the show stuff. But like I always say, collect what makes you happy. Don't let those idiotic collector police people try to tell you shouldn't be buying it because it's not. I don't care. You know, it's not really about what the collector police want. It's really about what makes you happy. So, number one, this one should bring no controversy whatsoever. This one is just an awesome show, and I've always liked this actor, and I always wanted a very articulated figure. And we're going to see how this one works. Plus, he looked great next to the Ramen Racer, Mr. Keanu Reeves as John Wick 4, the Mafex, Medicom. Is that what it is? Isn't it Medicom? I don't know. It's the Mafex one, Medicom. There it is. So I'm excited to have this one. Came through the door. And then what else do we have? Yes, we also have this. Now this one's controversial because of the show recently, but I think he would also make a good tough guy type character. I don't know. I think Medicom scales a little bit smaller than G.I. Joe Classified and some of the 112 stuff. But man, anyways, I like this character. I like how, tough he is and some of his sayings. It's, just the tortured soul sometimes of who he is. I mean, but who wouldn't be? Hey, you know what? That's enough of that. The Boys, Billy Butcher. So anyways, I picked up the Medicom edition of him as well. And then this one, again, this brand is taking a lot of bashing lately. I don't particularly like their latest offering. So you know what I do when I don't like a show's particular offering? I go off online and I start punching people in the face that don't like. No, I don't. Whenever a show comes out that I don't like, I don't watch it. I don't buy anything about it. And I just cut myself off from it. But I did like Ahsoka's show. I didn't mind it. And I like her character and I like the actress. So, I mean, I picked it up. I'm not apologizing for it at all. I like this show. And if you don't like it, don't buy anything of it. Just do like I do when I don't like a show, especially their latest offering. Just let them have it. Don't watch it. Don't buy anything from it. Let them have it. You guys wanted it. Go ahead and have this show. Anyways, that's all there is for this week's haul. I hope we had fun. I hope I took your mind away, if even for a little bit, from all the insanity around us. But yeah, that's I'm looking forward to San Diego Comic-Con releases. I'm looking forward to all the coolness and all the wave, the absolute enormity of toy news that's going to hit us at San Diego Comic-Con. The Haslab, which we all know is going to be a Rattler, right? I think. we'll figure that out. I mean, I think it's gonna be fun. It's just gonna be a joy for the next couple of weeks as far as the toy collecting world. And if you stayed this far, if you have had fun laughing with me, if you had some insight, if you maybe gleaned some deals from some of my toy hunting, why not like, why not subscribe? And also, don't forget my Patreon and membership and sponsorships. And no, I don't have any of that. I don't have any of that nonsense. And again, I'm not saying that any of that is bad. I'm just saying that that's not what I'm here for. You know, whatever money I get, usually I try to put back into the channel. And you know, it's just, I'm just here for the fun. I'm not here. To put it more bluntly, I don't need this thing. What I do need is the joy that it brings me and the community that we've created here in collecting these fine pieces of artwork. That, to me, that's what they are at the core. It's artwork because of all the artist's work that goes into that. The packaging, the sculpting, the designing, you know, what they look like. I mean, this is all artists' work. So anyways, guys, thank you so much. I hope I've taken your mind off of everything that's happening lately. I hope I've put a smile on your face for a little while. Like I said, if you like what you're seeing here, if you're having some fun, why not like, why not subscribe? And hey, if you got a smile on your face while you're doing this, then you're doing it right. All right, guys, as long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep rolling out.